So we have an hour until midnight, until 2024. All my WhatsApp groups are burning. They are on fire. There are like hundreds of messages, and this is so great. So great. It gives us it's a very good feeling, to be part of so many people's life, and it's like the communication and everything. I don't know how people did this before the time of the internet, but this is great right now. Probably before the time of the internet, they spend it together, like hundreds and hundreds of people together, in the event, in the New Year's Eve event. And and we were talking about this, to going to a hotel resort or something to experience New Year's Eve there. But then then the people I was talking to, they decided that they not really keen on it, but I would try it once. Yeah, I would try it once, and we will see how it works, because right now I'm at home, and this is the best place to be right now, I think. Yes, I am where I want to be. So there's an hour until midnight, and until now we were kind of drinking a lot, whiskey, beer, and so on, and lots of stuff, lots of food, and popcorn and stuff. And because I am from Eastern Europe, in Eastern Europe, back in Hungary, at New Year's Eve, 31st of December, and sometimes 30th of December, I don't know. But this time you have something called a cabaret, radio cabaret, and it's a quite long show on the radio, and even up until now, 2023, people are listening to it. They are tuned in to listen to it, and it's the same thing as stand-up comedians, but you have here a line of them. So everyone has like 5-10 minutes, depending on how popular they are, how good the material is, and then it's going on and on and on for hours and hours and hours. And this is what we were listening to, and it's not really funny, because I don't think it's supposed to be funny. It's about like a mirroring the year. It's like a social commentary of the year 2023, and for that it was okay. I would say it was okay. I didn't say that the last hour was a waste of time. It was very, very interesting, especially when you live abroad. I am right now in London, UK. It's very interesting to listen to it. One of the show was like 5-10 minutes, was about a funeral, and the guy, the stand-up comedian, has a very, very long history. He's a star. He's very, very famous, and one of the grave digger recognized him. So that was the part of the show that he said that the grave digger was shouting at him, his name. He was shouting his name at the funeral. And when the whole thing was over, they were walking out, dressed in black, because it was a real funeral. They were going out. That was the time when the people who worked at the cemetery, they were walking out as well, and they met, and the guy who works at the place told the stand-up comedian that that's why he likes to work here, because sooner or later we got to meet everyone. And this is such a black humor for the end of the year, but I really liked it, the way how it played out. That was very interesting. And now that I am talking to you about this radio show, I realized that that is a reoccurring element throughout the show, because there was another other scene, another stand-up comedian. He was talking about class reunion after at least 50 years, maybe 50, 60 years, and the guy was the only one left alive at the class. And the story was that he hired a whole restaurant for 27 people. Even he knew that he's the only one alive from the class. So this guy is very old, and he sometimes he's remembering what he is, and sometimes he completely forgets things, because he is old. Sometimes he thinks that everyone is alive from his class, and sometimes he knows that he's the only one alive, and still hired the whole restaurant and saying it over and over again to the waiters that please keep the food hot because because my classmates are arriving in a few minutes. But of course they dead, so they're not gonna arrive. And then moving on to the next stand-up comedian, the next show. It's like 5 minutes long. It's about fatherhood, and he has like two children. One of them is 6 years old. The other one is 4 years old, and he is talking about that all his life, all he wanted to have is happiness for 1 minute. So there is a time limit on this emotion. He wanted to feel happy just for 1 minute, and he said that his teen age is always there was something going on. So he couldn't feel it. There was always something to do. The exams, needed to finish the exams, then the finding a job, then being married, the weddings, and then the children, and it's like he never had time for himself. But the children, they are always happy. So this show was about that one, and it was really good one. So it's a very bitter, dark comedy, and not a single stand-up comedian wanted to make it different this year. And oh yeah, 1 hour till midnight.